I could fall into the sky. Do you think time? We can do it.
Hey, here we are. Welcome to Talk About with Lust. I'm your host, Lust, and this is a cool episode because I know this nigga. Even though I just said 10 minutes ago, I'm going to act like I don't know you. And for the people that know us, they're going to be like, why the fuck is Josh asking all these questions? He already knows this nigga. But hey, the world doesn't know you, Chippy, even though you're Mr. Worldwide of Chile. But anyways, so it's here. We're here another day. Got my boy here. We've known each other for a minute, from the nitty gritties of our youthful lives, all the way through growing to become young men and businessmen, to the fathers that we are today.
The full circle of life.
The circle of life.
That's right.
Hasivenia? No?
Oh.
Okay. Lion King. Anyways, go ahead. Anyways, so go ahead and introduce yourself. Let people know who you are, where we can find you, and what you do.
My name's Chippy, DJ Chippy 305. I DJ. You can find me on Instagram, and yeah, that sums that up.
Yeah, but I mean, we can find you more things than just Instagram.
I don't do social media like that.
No?
You know, I can't keep up.
You need to.
Instagram, you know, slide in my DMs, you know.
Hey, what's up? You want to do my party?
What kind of party is it?
It's my grandma's birthday party. Shout out to Kevin. Where the fuck are you right now?
Yeah.
Over here tending to old people.
Those are the fucking best.
So, I got a lighter. Light it up, man.
Shout out to Irie Soldier.
Shout out to Rebel Rockers. If you guys don't know what that is, that's the original Dubwise of Broward County. Now the niggas that used to run Dubwise with us run Dubwise. Oh, the niggas that ran Rebel Rockers work at Dubwise and run that shit. It's pretty dope, man, you know? Me and Chippy been around. We're some old musical niggas from the block.
Since 16. 15.
Hey.
From Urban Outfitters.
Hey, classic.
That's how I know it.
You know, it's a business is an OG when it's been there forever, and that fucking store has not left.
No.
That corner.
No.
Even Abercrombie got moved.
It's not the same no more, though. It's like you walk in and
hard.
everything's brown.
Yeah.
And like everything's just so bland.
But I feel like also the clothes is like so like generic. It's weird. Like those because back when we were working there, it's like when graphic tees were getting popular and like phrase tees like, hey, lick my nipple, I'm Irish or something. Like, what the fuck does that mean?
I had that shirt.
But it's like now it's like, I have hair. Swag. I got 2 dogs. Yeah. I'm cute.
Nah, it's whack. Everything. Yeah. Even the graphic tee table, when we worked there, was like 1,000 graphic shirts that we had to fold into squares.
Chippy folded all those shirts and one day threw all the shirts on the floor.
I got fired that day. Oh no, I quit.
Yeah, that's the day I quit. But that's just so funny. Like, spend 4 hours setting up the shirts and be like, you know what? I'm tired of your gay jokes.
Yeah, that was an interesting time.
That shit was fucking great. That job was one of the.
Why you gotta scream in the mic, bro?
Ah! But no, honestly, that job was like, I think that job was like to build character. It was a rough job.
That job was straight though, because honestly, that's when like MIA came out with that Paper Plane song. Fly like paper, get high. Yeah. No, that shit was hitting, and then you know, with all the people that worked there, it was pretty lit.
I used to go in there and just steal their books.
And did you read them?
Yeah, I actually got one in the front, the Spliff book. It's like one of the dopest.
And now we use them as
I even have the graffiti book. I have the graffiti book in Urban Outfitters. Holla at your boy.
No, but no, G shit. They used to have some dope stuff, and now you go in and everything is the same. But
I feel like Urban Outfitters was the non-weirdo. See, it was the non-weirdo Spencer's, because Spencer's had weird ass motherfuckers in it.
I could see that.
Spencer's is really weird.
It was like a hippie Spencer's.
And Spencer's is really dark.
Weird Spencer's.
Yeah, it's just really dark.
Yeah.
Inside. Besides the people that go in there.
I mean, they have some nice shirts, you know. They have some decent shirts.
Yeah, but if you want really decent shirts, you go to Hot Topic.
Bro, I'm on Zara's now.
Who is that?
And that's where I shop.
Did you just like mispronounce Suzumi's?
No. No, Zara's is like, you know, a grown man store. No graphic shirts, you know?
Zara's? That sounds like the Diamond Company.
Zara's, there was one in Aventura Mall on the second floor by the movie theaters. Across from the movies.
No.
I honestly, now it's by the Apple Store.
Aventura, Aventura, I went there for the first time. So I've gone there recently because I just got a new computer and shit. But before that, I haven't been to Aventura for like 6 years. And that shit is crazy what it is now, bro.
Yeah, it's not Aventura no more.
Nigga.
It's some rich shit. If you don't have $5,000 to spend, you shouldn't go to Aventura. Even the food court doesn't have any like regular fast food or anything like that.
Yeah,
it's all
like Panda Express got vegan, a fucking boot.
Yeah, so
it's a bunch of like fucking, it's like weird. It's like a bunch of mom and pop shops.
Yeah.
It's
like boutiques.
Yeah.
Back in the day, that shit used to be like when we were
it's not fast food no more.
We used to go every Friday and Saturday to try to pull females at the mall. Yeah. Now you go there and it's just like
the food court layout is kind of weird too, because like you're floating in an island on top.
Yeah.
But it's weird too but I've been noticing that a lot of places like even in Houston they have like they have plazas, or not even plazas. Say like this building's been abandoned for a while. Inside the middle of the building, there's 10 restaurants, 10 little restaurant boutiques. There's actually one in Linwood.
Oh, I heard. Yeah,
like Lucky,
but it's small.
Lucky, they have all the fucking food in the inside.
There's one in Tampa. It's called shit. I'm gonna mess this up. Armature Works, and they got like, I don't know, like 30 restaurants and bars and all type of stuff, and it's the same thing. Like they gutted out a warehouse and put all these restaurants inside.
And literally, what sucks is a bunch of tapas. So you're spending $20 at every place, and you're still fucking hungry.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid, and it's kind of weird because it's like you don't even know what the fuck you're in. Like you walk in, it's like it's an awkward function.
It's cool to go to once, but I can't see like, you know, that being a regular thing.
Even at Wynwood, it was like, I remember we got like steamed dumplings, we got some other fucking food, and then none of them served drinks, so you went to the bar to get your liquor and your drinks, and it was like, this is too much.
You got steamed dumplings?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's dope.
It's weird.
Why, you like them fried?
I don't really eat dumplings like that, you know?
Gyozas?
I don't know what
pot
that
stickers?
Is. Okay, yeah, there you go. Pot stickers. There we go.
Jesus Christ. The thing is, it's a misconception, is because every country calls it something different. You know what I mean? It's like Dominican tamales are not like it's Mexican tamales. Nigga, you act like you really speak Spanish, you Chilean ass. Nigga, spell Chile.
And this is America. We say pot stickers.
Pot stickers. We say pot stickers.
Pot stickers.
That's how we say in Liberia. I'm joking. I'm not even from Liberia.
Yeah, shout out to Hollywood. According to your phone number, you're from Hawaii.
Kele Kaliki Maka, bro.
Exactly.
Hey, you know?
Mahalo.
I think that's cool to have a Hawaiian number. It never fails. Like, what's 808 from? And be like, Hawaii, no way. It's like,
what voice is that? Who does that?
Mickey Mouse. Every time I see Mickey Mouse, he loves to ask me,
you know,
why I have a Hawaiian number.
I can see that.
But no, it's like every time I tell someone, they ask me what's an 808, and then you tell them Hawaii, they get like super excited. And the second response after that is like, yeah, I've never been there. So it's like weird that they get excited. Like,
because it's Hawaii, you know.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know.
It's Hawaii. When I lived in Miami my whole life, and I had a 786 number, and then when I moved to Broward, that's when I got my 305 number. How about that?
Well, you're pretty lucky because it was hard to get a 305 number for a minute.
I got the last one.
Hey, I got a 954 number. That's lit.
No way.
You know how hard it is to get a 954 number? You can only get 786. They're even making a new area code for Miami. Oh my gosh, guys, I almost caught on fire live. This is like plastic. I'll probably light up instantly. This will shrivel up like a bag. And I look like the Hulk with tight, short pants.
You got it.
Hey, so besides all that, what do you got going on this year, Chippy?
So I just bought a crib in Central Florida.
You left the hood. I saw that. Congratulations.
I left, but I'm still here, you know.
Let people know where you were repping for a little bit.
Miami all day.
Come on, man.
I still
Gutter Hill.
What?
Lauderhill.
Lauderhill. I mean, I lived there.
Gutterhill.
I lived there.
Gutter.
Lauderhill, you know, what, 4 or 5 years? But yeah, but I bought a crib in Central Florida.
How's
because
that?
it's impossible to buy a crib here. Unless,
impossible.
You know, you're a billionaire. So I bought a crib.
I don't even know how I live here.
And yeah, I've been fixing up the house. I've been kind of laying low on the music for a little bit because I'm trying to get my priorities straight as far as my personal life.
Hey, this is not burning right.
Oh, because I'm not talking. Jesus.
Hey, but listen.
The fuck? So anyways, yeah, I just bought a crib.
So since you've been building, you know, fixing up your crib, who taught you how to fix houses and all that stuff?
You know,
that's crazy.
Back in the day, there was this guy. There was this guy, this Dominican guy that I knew.
They're the worst.
His name was Josh. And he knew how to do everything, you know?
Ha! Hello. Hey, make sure to watch every other day or whenever I feel like to drop a video. Watch Josh Does Everything. I'll put the link right here at the bottom.
No, but G shit. Honestly, you taught me. I mean, I wouldn't say you taught me how to do the shit, but you taught me to not be scared of just jumping in and like just breaking shit and trying to
and just fix it.
Yeah, so I really do feel like helping you out with the wall and shit.
That wallpaper job was the roughest.
Oh my god!
Like after that experience, I've never did wallpaper, and I did at your house.
Yeah,
and when we was like, we're just adding walls. Bro, it was probably the greatest thing we can do.
So we gotta tell the people this story. So I bought an apartment
in Lauderhill.
And it had all wallpaper. The whole apartment had wallpaper. And so I hit up Josh and I'm like, yo, I need you to come help me remove this wallpaper off the walls. And he's like, fuck, all right, whatever. So he comes through and he sees that this wallpaper is like 30 years old and painted over like 20 times in its history. And so he's like, you're going to have to boil water. So I go and I boil these big ass pots of water and we have like these fucking kitchen gloves and we're sticking these rags in this boiling water and my hands are bleeding.
Bro, insane. And we're putting the rag against the wall so it steams the wall and we'll peel it off. Yo, we did a whole fucking wall.
That shit, nothing worked. Like it was like
was this
3 inches thick. Like you had to go through paint, wallpaper, glue, but it was just so thick that we went to Home Depot and we bought a bunch of fucking tools and we're trying to scrape that shit.
Because that's another so we gotta so it's like the same thing you do when you do like wheat paste. Wheat paste is when you take graffiti, like people start doing that. You do your painting at your house with a bunch of sheets of paper, like newspaper, like you know, newspaper paper without a print on it. Mm-hmm. So you take wheat paper and you take that, and then what you do is you draw out your whole fucking painting at home and you number it in the back. Then you put it on the wall with like almost like paper mache style, like a wet glue, and then you score it. So when the city goes to peel it, it peels in little pieces. So they get pissed off and just leave and paint over it. Mm. So we got the same scoring tool. But the thing is like yeah, I've never graffitied in my life, guys, by the way. I just take a lot of photography for graffiti.
And it damages the building.
And I'm obsessed with one artist, and that's all it is, you know? I follow him everywhere, like Peter Parker and Spider-Man. Shout out, Lust. I love you, boy. Nice. But no, honestly, once you get like halfway through the wall, and then we were actually in the raw wall, it got easier to peel the shit.
No, it didn't.
It kind of did.
It didn't.
Because there was a couple times we got excited we're taking big pieces.
When he says big pieces, he means like huge 8 inches.
But I remember after that we were like, fuck it, we're just putting walls on top of this shit.
Yeah, cool. That shit was miserable. But we did that shit though. We did it.
We killed it.
We did it. And then even with my office, I built like an office in the corner and you helped me put up the drywall and stuff. And then I knocked down the mirror wall and you helped me put up the drywall. You know? I learned a lot of stuff from you, bro.
And now Chippy's out here living his own life up north. No homies, no nothing. Building his own shit.
Nada.
Clearing out the backyard all by his lonesome. Not calling me in the middle of the night and say, yo, I need to do this. And this is how much I have. Damn it.
I'll give you $150 if you help me peel off just some wallpaper.
There's so many times I was like, Chippy, I don't even care how much it is at this point, bro. Like, I'm just looking
come
out.
help me, please.
I'll be like, yo, how much should you charge for a job like that? And I'll be like, you know what? I'll give up.
Bro, honestly, I would much rather just pay somebody to do the shit for me than to just do it myself. But at this point in the economy, it's like, all right, let me start fucking learning this shit. And it's not hard. It's just like breaks your back and it's time consuming.
So it's like, right, like the way it works with all that shit, and I know that to my experience because I literally build everything around me, is the fact that like you can either do it yourself, save money, or pay someone and get it done right away. You know, do you want the job done in 2 weeks or you want the job done this ending year?
Right.
So it's like, cause bro, that shit takes a lot of time and shit is expensive, bro.
Yeah.
Expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
But do you like living out there now?
Yeah, straight. I feel like after my daughter was born, I kind of stopped living that South Florida lifestyle anyway. I didn't really go to clubs and.
But even before that, you were not really like.
Yeah, I feel like
you did your network.
High school was crazy, college was crazy, and then I feel like I really started just focusing on my paper and got married, had a kid, and just chilling, you know. So I feel like
shout out to Sasha
So for the amount of money everything costs down here, and I wasn't even taking advantage of like all the shit that Miami and Broward has to offer. We were like, let's just move up. So now we got a crib with a pool. It's a big house, and it's nothing we could have gotten down here.
Oh,
so I'm like a family guy now, But aside from that, I'm starting to get back to the music now. So
okay,
it's a little difficult to find clubs out there because there ain't no like hip hop scene like that as far as what I've seen so far. So I'm focusing
and then you'll
on
be stuck working at like straight college clubs.
Bro, them shits are like over an hour away.
Oh, because you're that deep in?
I'm in Winter Haven.
Oh, that's why Stanford, isn't it? It's not like 45 minutes from Orlando?
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if the office is still open, you can perform. Oh, the library. Remember the library in Orlando? There was a club called the Library.
By UCF.
Yeah. That shit was lit. You be DJing for little kids. You're like, what is this old-ass rapper song? Who is this?
Shut up and listen.
It's like my kids sometimes. I play some old songs. It's like, this is cool. Is this new? It's like,
bro, you know me, dog. When I DJ, all the music is from like 2015 and under.
I get excited when you play Hot Boy.
New shit.
It's my favorite. Every time you would go on your Hot Boy mixes at the fucking bar, it was lit.
Yeah.
It was lit. Shout out to the WAP Gallery. You guys don't know what that was. It was my bar. I had a bar with Chippy. He was my DJ. We used to get litty titty, have a bunch of young ass just perform, open mic nights.
It was lit.
Underground weed parties before they became a thing. They're the only one in Broward County. And
it was the only bar in weed Broward bar. Like it was.
Yeah, you can actually Google it right now and go to WAP Gallery. And if you look at the photos of the bar, there's niggas in the back taking dabs. I don't think anyone can proudly say there's a video of that in their business. There's like 3 crackhead skateboarders in the back doing that.
But it was lit though, man. That was a good time. That was a good time because even like every day you go there and it's like, it was just a good vibe. It wasn't packed, but it was like, it was good.
But when it was packed, it was stressful.
It was stressful.
And like stressful, like legality wise.
Because the more packed it was, the more illegal shit was happening in the bar.
Are we gonna go to jail?
We could get arrested for this,
bro. It was like literally almost 3 years of damn. We might get arrested for this,
but it was fun,
It was dope.
And we didn't.
And we were young.
We didn't. Actually, one day, me and Kevin were in the office and we were looking at the camera. You pulled up on your motorcycle and the cop had just pulled you over.
No, I got pulled in my Camaro and I got arrested in front of the bar.
Okay, so that's what it was. It wasn't the motorcycle? I totally made that up then. All right, so it was the Camaro. And you had your fire on you.
Yeah, so another thing is, so he pulled me over because he claimed that I ran 3 stop signs, which I even told him that's outrageous. And he's a hazard to society for letting me run 3 stop signs. And I told him he should do a better job.
In his defense, I believe him 100% because you are the only person we went from downtown Hollywood to Las Olas in 5 minutes.
Hey, I tell people the story,
and I prayed every second of the way.
We did like 100. We did like 150. Like 150.
That shit was
in my Camaro
ridiculous.
At like 3
I was in the back seat like.
Hey, 150, bro. Just
yeah, that shit was
4
insane.
grown niggas.
It was like 4 a.m.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Just pew pew. But long story short, the nigga said he pulled me over because I ran the stop sign. After he got me out the car, I got my license. I found out my license was suspended. So after my license was suspended, he was like, "Hey, I got rights to search your car." I was like, "Well, just to let you know, I carry a gun, and my gun's under my seat." Cool. He checked my seat. He said, "Can I see your concealed weapons license?" My concealed weapons license was expired for 6 months. And that nigga was like, "You know what? I'm handcuffing you." And I was like, "Yo, you're a dick." He was like, I honestly didn't know none of that shit. And then
this is I never even bothered to ask you why you got cuffed. I just assumed you did some shit that.
So at that point on, he's like, "I'm cuffing you because I'm just until I figure out all this paperwork." So he was like getting ready to arrest me because the fact that I was the fact that I guess expired license. I mean, at the end of the day, I found out all this shit's bullshit. He couldn't do none of the shit that he did. Mm. But he kept playing that like at the end, and it was a tiny ass little fucking cop, and the girl cop was even a bitch. But like the whole time he's like, "I'm letting you go because you're a nice guy." I was like, "Nigga, you're letting me go because you ain't find shit. Suck a dick." And I was like, "You know what, bro? This is mad petty shit. You're over here handcuffing me while there's people in my business and they're watching me." Because I see, the funny thing is like the bar always had the curtains.
Yeah.
So I see all niggas in the curtains like this. But I remember one of my friends, I think it might have been even Shazad, he saw me being arrested and he pulled over and he pulled up because he remember at that time I was looking at the jeweler. Mm-hmm. He stood outside and the cop's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Nothing. I'm just making sure my boy's straight." And he stood there the whole time while the cops were like interrogating my ass. But that was the only time I ever been handcuffed. And it sucked because I actually just got out of playing softball. Remember how we were doing that league shit? Mm-hmm. So
smoking bats.
Yeah, smoking bats, bro.
Yeah.
So I just finished playing fucking softball. So I was mad sore and the nigga handcuffed me and I found out that I guess I'm too wide for one handcuff. I need 2 because
they
my
double
back.
Cuffed you.
No, I told him, I was like, "Yo, can I get a second handcuff?" He's like, "I can't take your handcuffs off once I put them on." And I was like, "That's whack, bro. I'm fucking cramping right now.
You're hurting me."
I just got off this fucking softball game and I had the jersey on. I was mad fucking dirty and sweaty. Petty ass motherfucker, bro. But I remember one time we threw that party and out of the cop, he like checked out the place. It was one of those days that, remember how I used to do the free food and all that shit as long as you bought a drink?
Yeah, screamed at people in the street to come get hot dogs. Yeah.
And all that shit. So like, I remember one time the cops came in because the barbershop, there was like beef at the barbershop and all that shit. And the cop was like, "What is this? Who's the owner? You're the owner?" He's like, "Listen here, Mr. Joshua. It doesn't take a lot of work to shut places like this down." And I was like, whoa, we're just playing fucking Marvel versus Capcom, Mr. Officer. Chill out. But nah, that shit was dope as fuck. We met a lot of fucking dope people. I mean, you got to do a song with Pastor Troy.
Yeah.
Because that whole fucking function.
Yeah.
Hey, Pastor Troy was a good funny guy. Talking to his manager.
Yeah. So he was supposed to come perform. And in the contract, he wanted chicken wings.
So he wanted
in the contract.
Yeah. He had like a funny ass list. He was like, "I only want fried chicken wings. These are the 2 liquors I drink." I want to say he even asked for weed and shit, but like he wanted me, the cool part about Pastor Troy is he was willing to pay for his stay. I just had to buy his plane ticket.
Okay.
But and then once you got him down, he was down to do all the extra work. But the funny thing is, the reason Pastor Troy never even went through is because we got that random hurricane, remember? At that time.
Yeah.
So the hurricane happened. Yeah. So he didn't come. But we still stay connected. And I remember after the hurricane, like 2 weeks after the hurricane, he's like, "Y'all all right over there?" He's like, "I know y'all got hit pretty bad, but that's crazy because at that hurricane, it didn't fuck us up, but we didn't have power for a week. And luckily, since the bar was on US 1 and it's a federal road, I had power the whole time. And I remember staying there. I slept at that bar.
Oh, yeah. I think I remember that.
Because that's like everything was out of power and everything was flooded, bro. It was fucking nuts. That bar. was sensational.
Yeah, that shit. It was what, 3 years? Yeah, that was like
15 to 2018.
That was definitely one for the books in my life chapter.
But what song you finished that song and everything with Pastor Troy, didn't you?
Yeah, Flip.
But wasn't it with Jeff Stone?
Jeff Stones, yeah.
See, shout out Jeff Stone.
Yeah, so I did.
He was just here.
I hit him up. I got the verse, and then I sent it to Jeff, and then he was like, "Oh hell yeah," because everybody listened to Pastor Troy in high school.
Yeah. Vice versa.
Everybody listened to that shit. So as soon as I sent it to Jeff,
Pete?
He was excited as fuck, and he's like, "Oh hell yeah, let's do it."
Oh, hold on, this mic is fucking sagging like a motherfucker.
Actually, nah, I'm lying. I sent Jeff the beat, and I told him this is going to Pastor Troy, and I sent him an idea for the hook, and so then he kind of took that idea and made his own little hook with it, and then we sent Pastor Troy the beat with the hook, and he was like, "Yeah, I fuck with it." So he did his verse, and then he sent it back, and then we got that shit done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So talking about all this music, what's any cool artists that you like working with right now?
So I've been working with Grind Mode Chaos. He just came out with a radio station, grindersfm.com.
Shout out to Chaos.
Yeah, shout out Chaos, Grind Mode.
Hey, I'm trying to get you out here, boy.
Yeah, boy? I hear he's not responding.
I don't know, man.
What's going on, Chaos?
I don't know.
But yeah, he just came out with the radio station, so I just did a set on Thursday. So I'm always down to work with Chaos. He's good people. Right now I'm working on me and Busta Free did a record, I don't know, like 2 years ago.
It was here.
Yeah, we recorded it here. It never got mixed down, and we kind of just sat on it for a while. So now I was like going through my archives, and I was like, oh shit, this song is fire. I don't know why I never did anything.
I found a little video the other day in my hard drive of us making that shit. I had like a little afro, and I was like,
in the corner right there. Yeah. So I took it to the studio this morning for the engineer to mix down. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go back tomorrow morning. So that is probably most likely gonna be the next thing that comes out.
Hell yeah.
We'll see. Who knows?
Who knows?
It's all a surprise.
And how about have you done any events recently or whatnot?
So I mean, I'm
now you say you're back
Florida. So
now that you're back on it, you said.
Yeah, I
back
mean,
on it.
So I found like a club that I actually just DJ'd at, and like nobody came in really. So I'm like, okay, so this isn't the place. I'm still trying to find the place be at. Yeah, by me. So if anybody has any suggestions in Winter Haven area,
weddings,
hip hop, R&B.
Yeah, I seen a lot of white
and
girls
everybody's
doing this
like, everybody I'm talking to, they're like, oh, you should go to all the local bars and the local clubs and tell them who you are and tell them and I'm like, bro, I've already done all that shit, years of it. And like, I feel like I'm so far ahead of that, but now I feel like I'm in a whole new location. It's like I kind of have to start, from the ground up.
And it's Winter Haven. Niggas are.
Yeah, I know, but it's a pain, Like, I feel like my pride is like, I didn't have to do this in Miami. Like, now I have to fucking go out and try to find work. Where here, the work is always coming to me.
I feel like with small towns like that, you have to, because those people are not. One, you don't have no reference over there, and those people. I mean, I feel like word of mouth is always definitely better than like advertisement in general. But those small town, I feel like you have to like do the footwork or whatnot, because like people are not just like in their social media seeing who's relevant.
Right.
Like,
and the question is, do I want to though? Like, I don't mind driving back here to do the gigs. You feel me? Like, because honestly, from what I've seen over there, the places that I have gone and I've DJ'd at, it's like, it's not hype. Not that many people come in. And like, I'm not saying all the spots are like that. I'm just saying I haven't found it yet, that spot that I would like.
Honestly, I feel like you can almost just plan out 3 gigs Friday to Sunday real quick, make your money and shoot back home, bro.
Yeah, here, I mean, bro, you've seen it. I'll do a gig, it would be like 200 people, and then 3 of those people are like, oh, what's your info? Or, oh, I'm gonna follow you. And then from those 3 people, they hit me up, I do theirs. And then it's shit moves so fast down here, like it's all about networking and shit. And I feel like once you get that base, it just comes to you constantly. So I mean, I'm 34. I know that's not that old, but I've been doing this shit since I was like, what, 22, 21. So I don't know if I just want to do all that over again. You know, like I have other avenues that I could take. So I think I'm going to focus on the production right now, because I don't have to knock on doors and go introduce myself and shit.
And right now, have you been working on any new beats or anything like that?
So yeah, so I got a couple that I'm gonna send to Jeff Stone. All right, so I actually just made up my mind how I'm gonna handle this music shit.
Okay.
Oh, hold up, Jasmine. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Like 2022, I dropped a project called Changes.
Okay.
And I had like, I think it was like 12 records, all produced by me.
Yeah.
Different artists on it. And it was dope. But, you know, just life shit happened, whatever. And so I decided to kind of step back from the project, not give too much energy to it. So I kind of been sitting on the idea of like, okay, what am I going to do now or whatever? Because
you did the album Changes.
Yeah, I did it. I did it. I put it out or whatever. But I decided like just a bunch of shit happened behind the scenes with, you know, different artists.
Oh, like dealing with them.
Yeah, like just different personalities.
You started that like around the bar. At the end of the bar.
Yeah. So whatever, I stepped back from it. And then I was like, you know, I'm not really feeling this no more. I'm not really trying to put too much energy into this. So then that's when I started DJing heavy. And then I moved and like I kind of just had to reevaluate everything. And I feel like now I came up with...
Are we even recording? Carly, are we recording?
Oh, how are you?
Carly, are we recording on the cameras?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
I just remember
this
left.
is like the third time I've been interrupted during this podcast. I'm about to just get up and leave because I'm seriously getting frustrated right now.
Whoa.
You know how I get. Nah, but so yeah, so I feel like
put respect on my name.
What I'm gonna start doing?
Hello.
Is
JB's about to leave right now.
Nah, you good.
We're fucking with you.
So what I'm about to start doing. How you been? Oh shit.
Come on in.
You know, she just come in and start fucking everything up.
Yeah.
Had to make a grand entrance.
But we got to move that mic out of her way in a way. All
right. So I feel like right now what I'm gonna start doing is just pretty much working on one single per year and just pushing the single for the year. Because I feel like when I work with like as many artists as I was, everybody kind of wanted to be, you know, getting attention or whatever, and I really.
But another thing, I just
put too much energy into it, and
it's just a lot of fucking people to manage at once, bro.
But that's the thing. I'm not a manager. You feel me? Like we got records. You getting a split. You're getting bread too.
And another thing is, I
shouldn't have to do everything.
Musicians are almost like artists too. There's a lot of egos. So like to manage 12 different egos, it's a fucking bitch.
Right,
bro.
And that's the thing. Everybody's like, "Oh, this record's fire. Why you not putting?" Like, bro, why aren't you? Like, it's your record too.
Yeah.
And so, like, I'm not like talking on anyone specific.
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is. I get it. Everybody wants to get their record heard or whatever. I'm probably not even the guy to do it. I could make good beats and shit, but as far as like, you know, promo and all that, I'm not a promoter. So if you want your record like really pushed, I mean, you got to help me. You feel me?
And it's like the same thing I tell people sometimes with the podcast. People are like, damn, my episode didn't do so good. But I was like, bro, we promote your shit. Right. It's also your job to promote your own shit too. Right. Like if you want this shit to move forward, this is a representation of yourself too, not just us. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like the episode's only going to do as good as we both put our energy to it.
Yeah.
You know?
So I mean that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna focus like on one single. I'm not gonna do no more projects. I'm gonna put out a single, push the single, spend a year pushing the single. Every year, just work on singles. So like when you look up the Spotify or the Apple Music, whatever, it's a list of singles rather than projects. You feel me? Because you make a project and really they listen to 3 songs on the project. They'll pick their 3 favorite songs and those are the ones they'll ride to. So I'm just gonna make sure that the singles I put are like quality over quantity.
Yeah.
So
are you any like databases like where like because I know even like a lot of DJs they sell their mixes and like their own like samples and whatnot. Are like you in any like program like that? selling your beats, or like it's still word of mouth for you?
Nah, it's word of mouth. Yeah. So
or who you kind of want to work with in a way.
Yeah, I'm very particular with my sound. Like, I don't really like to, I mean, I can step out of my box, but it's like when I do step out of my sound, I don't really feel 100% confident in it. So I kind of like to, stick to the script. So, you know, certain artists will hit me up or whatever, or get like Jasmine, for example. I sent a beat to Grind Mode Chaos, and he listened to it and he was like, "Oh, I have the perfect person for this." And he's like, "Jasmine would sound good," so he sent it to her. She did like the what's the word? Not the hook, but the like a reference or whatever. And that shit sounded good as fuck.
You guys even had like a little like a challenge going on for that song, didn't you?
The TikTok challenge, yeah. And it was okay. So that was the weirdest shit, because we did it. I did it. So I'm like, yo, we're gonna do a TikTok challenge, right? Okay. So I put the shit out, and I'm getting all these videos of like other videos with our song in the background. Like, okay, for example, there was like a dunk contest that was on TV, and it's a video of like the dunk contest with the song behind it. And I'm like, who the fuck? So, and like, it was just super random shit.
Eventually, I remember like you were very descriptive. He's like, we're having a challenge. Make the best dance.
Most creative. That's not, like, it's not that hard. And we got some good ones. Like, I got some cute ones of like little girls, like, and then, but it was just a lot of them were coming in and I wasn't even reposting them because I was just like, what is this? Like, super weird. People are weird. Yeah. It's like, they're like, copy, paste, put the song, submit. Yeah.
What's up? Yeah.
Yeah. You have another mic? Yeah, that's the third. They keep interrupting.
Look at my parrot. I got a fucking dope ass parrot.
You're just gonna leave him there?
Honestly, if I don't leave him here sometimes, they'll just keep jumping on me. Hey, let's go. So yeah, we're back. I mean, it's not gonna look like we're back. It's gonna look like just one big scene.
Put a little commercial.
Yeah.
But
as you can see, we have a plus one on the couch.
Sorcery.
Where did she come from?
How'd they do that? But I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself real quick before we get into any more conversations. Go ahead.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Jasmine David.
Okay. Welcome. So what we were just talking about recently? Oh, music. So you're out of music. So you're just going to produce a banger, 2 bangers a year, and just focus on the quality.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't want to set any expectation because I feel like that's what I was doing, and so I'm just gonna let me work, just let me vibe.
So since you're here, let's talk about a little bit about the project you guys did together. I know we were like, did we even talk about it in camera, or were we just talking about it casually on the couch just now? Because it was like, I felt like it was. Were we live at that moment?
I think you guys were talking about just this, the records that you were doing now currently, and like what your future plan is on releasing and stuff.
Right.
But I don't think we actually spoke about that specific record.
Right.
But that specific record, so we did that record with Chaos. Actually, you did talk about it a little bit. You said
I think so.
Yeah.
Very little?
Hold on, who's high here?
I am.
I think I'm high off contact.
Yeah, I'm
but
high.
yeah, we did that record. My boy Chaos from Grind Mode, he presented it to me. He was like, yo, I want to do this record. He kind of gave me, a reference on what he wanted it to sound like in the hook. And I kind of just took it and, did my own thing with it on my parts. And we just collabed together, the 3 of us. And I think he made a really good point, like, putting things out. It's not just one person. Like, when you work as a collective, it's everybody. It's the producer, it's the artists themselves. Like, everybody's got to do their part and push the record, and like not expect just one person to do all the promo.
100%. Because another way I see it too is like, when it comes to anything, and it's as cheesy as it is, like 2 people is better than 1 type of thing, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like having the people pushing the same product together, it flows better, it gets further, you know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, technically it's almost having like multiple people praising and praying to one object that like it glorifies it more, you know?
For sure.
So I feel like that's a lot of people low-key kind of sleep on that, man. Like, hey, I'm gonna jump on your shit, and then be like, what? It's not doing good. It's like, well, I'm the only one busting my ass over here for it.
I mean, I feel like that's with anything though, not even just music, but I feel like, you know, raising a kid, like you always need help from somewhere. Facts. You know, building some shit, you need help from somewhere. Working, I feel like you always need help. I don't think everybody could do everything themselves.
And that's one thing I feel like it's not popular anymore. Everyone's too scared to ask for help, or we're just taught to do like things on your own. And like, even though we're being told like speak out and like reach out to people, more than ever, I feel like we're more singular, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not a team
well, like
thing.
Me and Jasmine were just talking about it. Like, people are weird. You feel me? Like, everybody got an agenda. So it's like, you might want to reach out to somebody.
But do you feel like, I was actually talking about that to somebody the other day, Big Drip. We were talking about like, so he's been doing the music thing here for a long time, but he feels like it doesn't push because like the whole like no one really supports. Do you feel like, because we all say it, like everyone doesn't like, it's kind of hard to do shit. Do you feel like it's a Florida thing?
That's so crazy.
Because I honestly
talk about this somewhere else too.
No, because I've talked to people all the time, and I think low key, I think it's a Florida thing, but it's also, it can be biased because like we're not making hustles in different states, you know, so we really can't compare. Like, I've only been doing this type of thing here in Florida, you know, but I know how people and like the culture and the mindset, because especially I'm from New York, so like the mindset, it's like they still got that old school mindset, that brotherly, like, yo, we're from the same hood, same block, like this is my brother.
Right.
Like they promote it. And like I even talk about the bar. Like I had a bar, and that most of the people that came in the bar were new people, you know?
I feel like I feel like Florida is a very competitive state. Like when you're from here, like people aren't so like, oh, I'm gonna put on for my people, you know, like because we all from it's like very, very competitive because so many people come here, you know, it's a melting pot. Everybody's coming out here and trying to make it and like trying to, you know, make a success story and coming from nothing. And it's kind of like a very dog eat dog world. Also, the fact that so many people come out here from other places because this is like glitz and glam, shiny, so it's a little bit different, but I do feel like people are more receptive to other people in Atlanta, New York, even Texas. When I was out there, people like they just support each other so much more. I was like, damn, you guys are really nice. Like,
and it's funny because like, and it's like I remember I would like not even travel, I'll be here locally, and I would meet someone at the counter and be like, oh my God, you're so nice. And my head is like, damn, are we really that rude here? Like, I'm just using proper manners, you know what I mean? It's like, but it's like over here, it's fucking different. And it's honestly, it's weird that it's always like a topic that comes up. It's like, it's kind of hard to be like an artist and have people like promote you here. But I've noticed is like new people, honestly, like living in Florida will push you further than the people in your own circle.
Right.
I feel like everybody does music. So I feel
down here,
like I'm making my record.
But you don't feel like everyone in Atlanta feels like that?
I guess. But like she said, everything's glitz and glam. Everybody needs to have like the new shit. Everybody needs to be like flexing.
Because I'm pretty sure like when
if I'm pushing my record, I don't really have time to push yours. And it's like, how do you build a team of like 20 people that's all going to get behind your record when half of them are making records themselves?
One thing I've noticed,
it's difficult.
One thing I've noticed with the music industry that's dope is that a lot of DJs though are now becoming like artists, because technically instead of like people coming to you like, hey, play my record, you can make a fucking record and then you play your own shit at your own club.
Right.
And that's just dope as fuck, because like, I mean, one of the main guys that I've noticed do it is and it's a Spanish DJ from New York, but Alex Sensation. Like that motherfucker, he started as like, fuck it, I'm gonna start making reggaeton because why the fuck not? And I'm the DJ at these big New York clubs. I'm gonna drop my bangers and people are gonna ask for these songs and it's my fucking song.
Right.
So it's like cool to hear that. Like even like you, bro, you're a DJ. You're fucking out here still making music, you know?
Right.
Like some people have like that whole persona, like a DJ just DJs. Like they have no other like connections in the music industry, but nowadays you guys are very deep in it.
Yeah, you gotta have your whole hand in the pot for sure. You know, anyway, hustle by any means, like let's get it.
Especially this one. This one got like 1,000 things. She like does everything.
So tell us a little bit about your like your come ups of being a good old Floridian. Well, and the struggles like the non-support, because it's rough out here.
Well, I came into the game. I was one of the first females in the hip hop industry with Weed Strand. So right after Wiz Khalifa came out with his strand, I had Jazzy Kush. I collaborated with Corrupt and Dr. Zodiac. We had Banana Moon Rocks. And so I had my stuff all out through dispensaries, which was really cool. I kind of pioneered that for the women. And then I brought out the first pink FDA approved rolling paper.
Okay.
The glue is non-cancerous, slow burning, all organic. I had my rolling paper line. And then I transitioned because, when I stopped with the cannabis, I transitioned into the CBD world. So then I was wholesaling CBD, had a company out in Vegas. You still currently doing all that? No. So I still have the papers and a percentage in it. But the CBD thing, we ended up selling it to a larger company last year, like, I don't know, February.
Okay.
Maybe so, like a year ago. And now, I'm going really, really hard with the music, and I'm so grateful to be in a position where I can actually put all my energy and focus into like my creativeness and the things that I love to do. So I just got booked for a movie with Jamie Alexander. She was in Thor, like, so that's a big deal for me. I'm like, oh shit, this is a real film. Like, I'm fourth on the call sheet for that. So I've been training every day right now. Like, I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink juice. I don't smoke. And I have before. I was a super pothead, everything. But like, I put everything down just to put all my energy and be like really disciplined and like get into this mind frame. Like, if somebody's going to give it everything they got, it's going to be me. And let me give myself a chance to go fully hard. Give myself, what's my fullest potential like,
and that's almost like taking Lent. Like, you're sacrificing these little like enjoyments, small enjoyment for the greater satisfaction.
For sure. And I feel so much better. Like, I'm so much happier. Like, I be coming around dudes that I haven't seen in a long time. He's like, yo, you're like mad nice. Like, what happened? Like, who are you? And I'm just like, I'm just happy.
I'm not high or drunk.
I'm just happy. I'm not overthinking like a motherfucker. Right. Because I felt like before, you know what I'm talking about, right?
No, 100%.
Before I'll be high and I'm like, damn, am I saying too much? Maybe I shouldn't say that. Do I sound stupid? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't overthink so much like I was before. And like, I'm just a lot more confident. I feel like when I get in the studio, my voice is so much like clearer. My voice is not as dry. It's wet.
Honestly, I was just talking to somebody about that, and it's like we were talking about, we get to a point that you start realizing, like, when you go to, even like as an adult, you go to fucking have a regular cheeseburger at a restaurant, and they'd be like, what do you want to drink? And you'd be like, water. You'd be like, oh, you're not drinking? Like, they give you that look like I have to have a fucking drink every time. So I almost taught myself, was like, I shouldn't feel guilty. Like, I don't have to buy a beer or a fucking cocktail every time I go eat somewhere. It's like, and not even like, fuck the way they look at you and type shit. But it's another thing is like with people, like, as you get older, you kind of realize like sometimes you only chill with these people because you drink.
That's a great point. So I was going to bring that up next. Is like, since I've made all these sacrifices and changes with myself,
you really
like,
see who vibes with you.
I really don't fuck with anybody. Like, we don't have anything to talk about. Like, what you do, I don't do, and I'm not interested in doing it. Like, I've stepped into this new like frequency in a different phase in my life where there's things that just matter to me more. I've got a 4-year-old daughter. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm really like dialed in with my family and, my health and finding that inner peace. So sometimes, you got to do them, but that comes with maturing. As you get older, you start to like see things that have more value to you. You're like, okay, well,
and that's peace of mind, just chilling sometimes.
And I'm totally cool, like, being by myself. Like, my few friends, Chippy's my dog. Like, I just hit him the other day. Hey, what's up? I don't need anything. I was just checking to see how you and the fam is doing. Like, you don't always gotta be like going out and drinking. Like, it's just small things. How are you? Are you good?
Somebody, I forget who, I was watching something and they were like, life is like a bus and you riding on the bus and people get on the bus and you riding and then everybody has their own stop. So like, you going to your bus stop, you might,
there's a book about
they
that.
get on the bus and y'all vibing or whatever, but your stop might not be their stop. So they get off the bus and you keep going. And that's pretty much even my wedding, right? I had one best man and 7 groomsmen. I talked to 3 groomsmen and my best man, and 2 of the groomsmen are family. So it's like at that point in my life, like you were my groomsman. You know, you stood next to me at my wedding. Like that was, you know, it was something big. Now we don't even really talk, and I ain't even mad at it. It's just that, you know, they got off the bus right there, and I'm keep it going. So like it's maturity. You grow, like you said. Like some of your friends, they're only your friends because y'all do certain things, but without that one thing holding y'all together, it's like what is there?
Yeah, because there's also like, because honestly, I've been smoking my whole fucking life, you know. But there's even times when I'm chilling with someone, let's say we're not smoking, it's just awkward. You know what I mean? It's like, we really don't have nothing to talk about.
Do you want to smoke?
Yeah.
Yes. Are you hungry?
Like, yeah. So it's like weird. Yet. And even like being a person that does smoke all the time and it's like part of my life in a way, it's like, I catch myself as like, yo, this motherfucker is dumb as fuck. Or like because there's some people that you could chill in silence and it's not awkward.
Right.
You know? And that's me. I don't mind chilling with my friends. If like there's days I don't want to fucking talk to no one, bro. I just want to fucking watch TV, most likely South Park, and just laugh and talk and like just vibe, bro. Like and then being an artist, like our brains fucking lit all day. Like we're always thinking about licks, especially being from down here. It's like you're always thinking like, what the fuck kind of shit can I do now? And
How can I make more
terrible,
money?
Bro. There's days like I just want to be like, just shut the fuck up. Just don't say nothing.
I was telling my manager that shit earlier today. I'm like, man, this motherfucker keep hitting me up. And it's like, I enjoy talking. Like, he's my friend. I fuck with him. Like, I love him. But it's like, I don't even want to play chess with him because this motherfucker be talking too much. And I'm like, man, he just asks me questions all day. It's like, I don't want to answer questions.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to sit in silence and enjoy this chess game right quick.
Right. Nah, it's true. And it's like, I even told somebody, so like back in the day that I would like, even listen to classical music, like tune down because words would just fucking fuck me up. That I honestly caught myself the other day when driving back from North Carolina. Bro, I drove 10 hours with no music. And my kids are in the back, and I was with my girl and shit. And
You're a psycho.
He was thinking hard.
Bro, I was just chilling, driving with no music. Like,
yo, it's enjoyable, dog.
And the
I
crazy thing
DJ,
is,
so I'm listening to music for hours.
Bro.
Like when I'm in the whip, I want silence, and I'll be in the whip with other people, and they're like, "Bro, turn it on." I'm like, "All right, go ahead."
Yeah.
Like,
so it's crazy. So I caught myself, and I was like, "Bro, it's like, I love that like silenceness for a little bit." And the crazy thing is, like, you would think that I'm thinking about shit. But I'm actually not thinking about jack shit. Half the time, I honestly
thinking about nothing.
Nothing. People like, what? It's like, I can't even think of it like right now. I'll be driving. It's like, just looking at the same fucking cloud. Like, it's like, what you thinking about? Why are you so zoned? It's like, you see that cloud?
Just driving.
It's looking crazy, but it feels so good, bro. And it's like, I was even telling someone today, it's like, sometimes I go hunting, don't even get mad that I didn't catch shit because like sitting on the fucking ground for 5 hours in silence is amazing to me.
Therapeutic
right now.
for you.
It is. And it's almost to a point that I even like play games that what I do is I zone out sounds. So like I listen to a sound of an animal and block out everything else and just focus on that one sound.
That's fire.
And like learning how to, and it's like why people like, they get mad when I jump in a car. It's like, you're not going to put your seatbelt on? It's like,
you don't even hear that.
You're so small-minded. Over such a seatbelt. I know how to zone that shit out. But that's also years of having kids. You know, I got a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old. It's like, you just like, they're like, whole conversation, you're like, wow. It's crazy because my daughter now, she's 10. So like, she's learned the term, that's crazy. You know, so it's like, and she uses it right. So sometimes I be talking to her. And she'd be like, that's crazy. And like, that little girl did not hear shit.
To the shit you say.
She's getting to that age.
Crazy.
Yo, that's crazy. And that should be cracking me up because, yo, that's how I be, bro. Having kids will almost teach you to meditate.
But no, you need that silence in your life because now we live in a world where we on our phone. Bro, I don't even want to look. I know Instagram tells you how many hours of screen time. Dog, that shit is ridiculous.
But I be yelling on my phone, bro.
Constantly watching TV, constantly watching movies, constantly on the phone, constantly.
Because, bro,
you need like just silence.
You do 3, and it's like,
like
you're not stopping,
bro. It's addicting. You just get sucked into the shit, and it's like I can't tell you. I could tell you 2 videos that I watched today out of the 1,000.
And after a while, your dopamine, you just feel like, oh.
Well, you know, the shit listens to you too. So the phones listen to you. It knows what to put in your face so that you don't get away from the phone. It wants to keep you locked in the phone.
Yeah.
So I actually put the timer on my Instagram thing. Like I won't do more than 2-3 hours or whatever. And then with the quiet thing, like I realized like I know that I really like somebody and I'm comfortable with them. Like if I could just be with them in silence.
Yeah.
So my guy friend, you know, it's not my boyfriend, but my guy friend that I like we'll just be on the phone sometimes and there won't be any words. It's just that I know you're there. You know, he's in another place or something. Like it'll just be in there in silence. But that's good. Like I feel comfortable with you. You don't always have to be, you know, doing something in the internet, going out and drinking. It just be.
That's another thing that we get fucking lost up, and I feel like guy and girl were both victims of. It's like, and living in this world, because we see that in our head, we simulate that people are always going out. We just do way too fucking much.
Right.
Like we go out too many times within the month. You know what I mean? It's one thing like we're not supposed to go out every fucking week. Let's just put it like that. You know what I mean? It's not common. Even like for like my kids, they're like, what are we gonna do today? It's like, bro, I'm not fucking taking you to the zoo every fucking week. You know what I mean? It's like that shit ain't fucking common, bro. We went to the zoo once a year.
Though, I think that's where we live. Because you go to like these like in the middle of the
Michigan
country,
or something.
They don't do shit.
They don't have that.
Shit.
You're absolutely
they're like
right.
in cabins and
There's
they're like
always something going on here.
Yeah.
Always somebody.
Even when there's not anything going on, it's like you just want to go somewhere. It's like, oh, let's just go. Are you hungry? No. Oh, well, do you want to go here anyway? Sure. It's like, but when you go to other places,
because it's cool to stay home.
Even where I live,
I love being home.
Where I moved to, it's 3 hours away. And I feel like just the lifestyle is 1,000 times different. And it's like here, dog, you know me. So back
you
then,
always feel like you have to be doing something here or you wasted your day.
Now it's like, dog, I have so much time in a day where it's like, I don't know what to do. Like, it's like, I mean, to be honest, there's really nowhere to go anyway. But it's like I don't really want to go nowhere.
No, it's funny because
here it's so much shit going on. It's like I just want to get out of the house.
And then too, you can't really like. I live in Palm Beach now. You know where I stay. I stay like Boca.
That's what I'm trying.
So
to go.
It's like
that's different a little bit already.
It is, and it's a long drive. So it's not like I'm just like, oh, okay, let me get dressed. I'm on my way. It's like, wait, you got to tell me way ahead of time because it's an hour and some change for me to go down there.
I need to put makeup
on? My hair, my hair, my makeup. Like, how am I gonna prep for this? And then when I was drinking, it's like I couldn't really drink like that because that long drive home, it's not safe.
Oh, hell no.
So it's like I do appreciate living somewhat out of the mix because it allows me to be like, well, I'm just not going to make it.
It's funny. I'm over here trying to get a house and I was like, yo, I just need to get out of here. And everyone's like, why? He's like, I want out of here. Like, why do you want to move up there? It's like, bro, I just don't want to be here no more.
I feel like at least for myself, I outgrew this fast paced life and I was just ready to just.
I just don't want to feel guilty to want to stay home for 3 days or some shit and just work around the house and vibe, bro. Like I literally went to like North Carolina. Thought I was going to go like out in the woods. My boy was even out there with his family at the same time. Let's go to the Smoky Mountains. Like, yeah, let's do all that shit. Bro, I went out there and sat on the couch for 3 days and it was the shit.
It's fun.
I didn't see my kids for the whole 3 days because since it's such a like little neighborhood, bro, they went outside. They would come back when the sun was going down. My daughter and my son, and he was like the youngest one. So all of them were like 10, 11. But he chilled with all of them, bro. They picked on his ass. I'm glad they picked on his little soft ass. He busted his ass a couple times, scratched it, bro. But it was dope because
your son is not soft, though.
No, he's a tough ass kid, but he's mad sensitive.
Yeah, he's far from it.
Yeah.
Nah, but he's sensitive as fuck. He's really sensitive. But it was cool, yo. And it's like, in my head, like my boy was like, yo, I thought we were gonna meet up, and I was like, yo, I had no problem sitting on that fucking couch at my brother's house for 3 days and not doing jack shit. Cleaned the house a couple of times, made food for the kids. The kids showed up. Hey, we're gonna do this, and I was like, all right, cool. And I sat there, bro. Didn't do jack shit, and it was amazing.
I love that shit. I love that.
It was great.
Today I was home. You know, I had do something. One of the yoga things I do because every day I'm doing that. The yoga.
So is that like your main way of meditation to like de-stress?
For sure. And then like with me not drinking and smoking and doing anything like that, I wake up every day, and like. For me, this is real discipline. I have the choice because right now my daughter is in Atlanta with her other family. I could be up all night long and I could even be in the studio all night long, whatever. But it's like I make a choice to wake up every day at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. I do a hot Pilates class, then a hot yoga class, or kickboxing. I did hot
yoga, and that was the hardest thing I've ever done in my life.
Bro, it is so good. Like, once you continue with it, like, just the mental place that I'm at. Like, yesterday, I called my mom just to tell her that I was happy. I'm like, yo, I just wanted to let you know, like, I'm in a really good place in my life, and I feel really happy, you know? So it's like that discipline and getting up and putting that on myself.
She's happy.
But, you know, like, putting that on yourself and, like, doing, like, you feel so good throughout the day. Like, I don't need, like, anything else to make me happy.
That's a high riches, man, to honestly say that you're happy right nowadays. Because to be like, bro, there's ups and downs and shit, like,
and if you watch her Instagram, though, you see, like, I could see, like, because I was like, you want to drink? And you like, I don't drink no more. But you could, like, now that I'm thinking about it on your Instagram, you constantly posting, like, progression. You feel me? Like, you working out and shit. And you even be making posts that you be like, dog, that shit kicked my ass. Like, that workout was intense or whatever. But it's, like, all progression and you showing your journey or whatever.
So the other thing that I do is, you know, Chippy's aware of everything I do, but I have a nonprofit for domestic violence. You know, I don't know what you guys know, but in 2020, I lost both of my sisters to domestic violence. So I have like this duty, you know what I'm saying, to be an influence. A lot of women look at me. A lot of girls look up to me. And it's like, what kind of example am I setting? And then with my 4-year-old daughter, like, she looks at me and like, so I have a job to like set a good example and show people like, hey, every day there's no such thing of perfection. It's about progress. Mm-hmm. How can I make myself better? You know, like, what am I going to do to make myself happier? And let me tell you, you said something really important. Being happy is really hard. I find myself, you know what I'm saying, struggling, overthinking, and sometimes you fall into depressions and stuff. So it's like, okay, well, how do I sharpen myself and, you know, get myself to be at peace inside on my own without having anything trying to help it, you know?
No, I know. And it's like, it's very easy, like, nowadays to, like, weave off the fucking track, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, you can be happy one second, the next second something hits you and you're something like, just what the fuck is going on?
Anxiety.
And then you got these retards like, it's the moon and all this shit. It's like, no, man, it's these fucking lively bills.
I'm one of the weirdos. It's a full moon.
No, sometimes it's excessive. Come on.
Yeah.
I get it because it is true. You know, like,
I'm Dominican. It's different personalities too. Like, my daughter, bro, she's 3, right? And I'm hard on her to the max, right? Because my dad was hard on me, so I'm going to be hard on my kid because I think I turned out pretty good, so I want the same. But I noticed that my daughter, when she feeds off energy, heavy, like my nieces came up and stayed with us last week. My niece got in trouble, was sent to timeout, so my niece was sad. Bro, my daughter was sad the whole time just because she was sad. And I had another niece that wanted to play.
But that's also like with signs.
Like, she feeds off energy.
Like zodiac signs.
And I'm like, yo, you are not sad. She is sad. Like, you need to be happy and go play with your toy.
It's like that dog that barks when the other dog gets, like, yelled at and beat. I had a dog like that. Like, I would, like, yell at my other dog, and the other dog, like, like, yo, chill out.
You're okay.
You're not next.
He's not.
Don't worry about it. You're not up.
You're not next.
But nah, man, it was like, honestly, like, I even was the other day, I was just chilling, and then, like, you always, like, again, being an artist, we're our worst critics. We're always evaluating our lives over and over again. And then you look through all your accomplishments, and then it's like, yeah, I guess it's all right. And, like, even when I talk about my artwork, it's like, yeah, it's cool. And everyone's like, yeah, that's dope. It's like, but it's like, we're always, as much as we're doing good, we always, like, don't feel like we're at where we're at. And that's another fucking
stuff. You know your plan.
Yeah. Like, and it's like,
everybody else is looking at you like,
and even though you're productive, you feel like shit, like, damn, what the fuck?
Like, damn, yeah. It's like, I have so much more to go.
Bro, my wife, Sasha, does that shit all the time. She's like, when I dropped the song with Pastor Troy, she's like, because she knows, like, I was a huge Pastor Troy fan. So, like, that was dope.
Yeah.
She's like, how do you feel? Isn't that great? I'm like, yeah, but it's like, it should be amazing, but it's like, you know your plan. You know there's more. You know, but from everybody else looking at you, it's like, to them, that might be like, oh, shit. But to you, it's like, there could be so much more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I think that's also what feeds into depression. You should take each little victory and be super stoked about it.
But that's what you were just saying, like, taking, like... And I was just talking to somebody about that shit too today. It was like, being more mindful of the moment. Like, be humble for this moment right now. Happy about it. Right. And then go on to this. And, like, even like you were saying, like, kind of like teaching yourself work day by day versus like trying to reach to the bigger goal.
Oh yeah, take it a day at a time.
Like even with yourself, you know what I mean?
In yoga, that's something that I really appreciate about it, is because there's so much gratitude and meditating and, you know, saying thank you, giving thanks. So every day, you know, when I say a prayer and have a meditation for myself, I'm constantly having gratitude and thank you, like thank you. And so I work on that a lot, and that, like, the things you say, you know what I'm saying, have so much power. Yeah. They teach you that and they tell you that, but like, you hear it, but until you're actually doing it, you don't really see the results.
And honestly, it's even to a point, like, I realized too, is like, damn, this day is trash. You kind of just jinx the whole fucking day. Like, as soon as even like thinking of that. And it's funny because like there's someone taught me that a long time ago. So I guess in Europe, and I want to say the guy who taught me was Romanian or some shit. Anytime you have a bad thought as it's going through your head, so it doesn't go through your head, they spit on the ground to like spit out the thought.
That's hard. And I was
like, yeah, but what the fuck?
I kind of like that though.
Like, you don't have to do the whole.
Did you see that? Like, what happened? You gonna be the guy that just spits everywhere?
That guy Damn, you have that many thoughts.
That guy is disgusting. Like,
that guy just spit at the restaurant.
And then you go to a Romanian restaurant. It's like, wow, he has a rough day.
Like, oh, give him a free meal.
He's depressed. He's spitting all day.
That guy's going through it.
Look at all those bad thoughts. Like.
I mean, I see the concept, but I don't know. I don't think I'll be spitting. Cool, man. But yeah, it is all about your mindset.
Next thing you know, I'm spitting 50 times a day.
That's what I'm saying.
Dehydrated.
It's happening again.
Is there like a certain place? Because what if you in church and then you just think of some shit you're gonna spit in
Walk
church?
Walk around with a spit cup.
Oh, there you go. They probably do.
Dipping regular saliva. It's a rough day. What is that? Depression.
This off topic, but it just made me think about this. I used to know somebody, right? This motherfucker was like, oh yeah, I never got sick since I was a child, and that was because every time I get mucus, I always spit it out.
What?
Yo, he said that he never gets sick because anytime he gets mucus, he spits it out. He never swallows the mucus.
That's crazy.
Hey, I laughed so hard when I heard this shit.
That's such random shit.
Yo, but I bet
he's a liar, though.
He's a liar. First of all, if you got mucus, you're already sick.
Right. Nah, I bet he does believe that shit though.
He believes it for sure. Like, he was going hard. I'm like,
okay.
You never got mucus in the first place, homie.
Yeah.
You fucking fool.
I never get sick. When I get mucus, I spit. He said he had a spit cup next to the bed.
Today I saw somebody. I went to a kava bar and this guy was like dipping at the kava bar.
What's kava?
Kava. So kava is a root.
Okay.
And a kava is like, it's funny because their slogan is like beer. So yesterday,
it's like it gets you drunk though, right?
So kava is a root and it gets you drunk. But the cool thing about kava, so like from the rumors, I never got into kava. I usually drink kratom, and kratom is like, I call it legal lean, because it just like,
isn't that like weed?
They're all herbs and like fucking like leafy herbs. You know what I mean? But kava makes you feel like you're drunk, and kratom makes you feel like you're on lean. Okay. Like literally fucking like syrup.
Oh, but kava's a plant.
It's a plant. Cool. And kratom's a plant. But that's what they sell there.
Bars.
Yeah, so that's what's in those kava bars. So basically, I don't know if it's true about the kava because I never really tried it. But kava, let's say the first time you go drink kava, you drink 6 cups to get drunk. The next time you go to drink kava, you drink 5 cups. Until you get down to 1, and then for the rest of your life, you can only drink 1 cup, and you get like a nice like a 2 fucking a 2 Long Island kind of vibe.
From 1 cup?
Yeah, from 1 cup for the rest of your life. Like you can always drink 1 cup, and you'll get lit. Like you don't have to drink your whole 6 cups. But kratom is different. Like kratom, you actually build a tolerance and shit. But I don't know. I never really like getting drunk, and I always like when I was a kid, I loved lean, so it was like. Kratom's what it is, and that shit, bro, it's delicious.
I'm gonna be healthy with this.
Yeah, it's kind of funny though because it's like
everything's all organic.
Yeah, and you're all slumped up.
It's vegan. Try it.
I'm vegan.
Yeah, imagine being like a vegan opiate head. It's like, this is not bad. But it's like the same people that fucking, I always joked around, like people that point fingers for like doing coke, but they do Adderall. I was like, motherfucker, that's just legal
God,
meth,
right.
you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Pointing fingers. It's like, you're the worst. You're a fucking hypocrite. But
I don't know shit about
Kratom,
any of
no,
that.
but the Kava bars are weird. They're fucking weirdos.
There was one in
Dungeons and Dragons type
downtown
of niggas, bro.
Hollywood. I think
There
had a
is.
Kava bar, and I always drove by
Twisted
it. And I'm
Roots.
like, what is that?
That shit looks like the Kleebler Elf House, bro.
So okay,
Fucking
so
crazy.
I know this has nothing to do with it, but what's Mama Juana? Because there's a
Mama
root.
Juana
is
a
a
fucking drink
from
bro.
DR.
Yes, right.
So it's a root.
They say if you're trying to have a baby, drink Mama Juana.
Really?
And because whatever the root is that's in the bottle helps, I guess, fertility.
For a man or a woman?
Bro, I'm asking you what it is.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you. So look, Mama Juana technically is just Brugal or like a rum, right?
English.
Brugal is the fucking Dominican
liquor.
rum, bro.
Okay. Right.
Come on,
bro. Come on.
It's like, bro, Brugal. That's it.
Oh, Brugal.
Yeah, like Presidente.
I still don't know what that is.
Anyway, so you take Brugal, which is the Dominican rum. It's roots, but they also have like cloves, which are like it's almost like a cinnamon kind of.
Cinnamon. Oh yeah. And they
so
put it in the bottle and they're like.
So they got cloves.
Marinades.
They got you put a little bit of wine, and then you put some raisins in it, and then some honey.
Sounds disgusting.
Huh? Yeah, someone brought it recently, and you let that ferment for like 3 months in the roots, and then honestly you can keep it forever because the roots stay in the jar, and every 3 months you just fill it
keep
up.
refilling. Yeah. My sister, when she went to DR, she brought that back because we were trying to have a baby or whatever, and she's like, "Oh, y'all should drink this."
And you said, "Would you say it worked?"
I don't know.
Because I preached that I wanted a son after my daughter, and I made a son. And my brother told me like a theory, and I think it worked. So like,
what was the theory?
So basically, to break it down, and it sounds crazy because I kind of evaluated and thought about it, the whole science of it. So to have a boy, you got to just drop it off real close to the door. You know what I mean? Because boys are just short runners, and they just die quick, and girls are long runners. So like, you can just drop it anywhere.
What the fuck?
We're talking about sperm.
No, I get it, but what does it mean close to the door? Do you
like
understand?
To the actual,
I guess to the egg maybe.
No, to like where the actual like where the ovaries are at, the opening of the ovaries, where the baby comes, the cervix. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess
that little back hole where the baby pops out.
I got you.
Yeah, deeper inside.
Okay.
So basically, you just got to drop it off closer. And it's crazy because I kind of thought about all that shit. So like, you see, like, you know how they always say it's like, oh, you had a daughter first, you a player. But the thing is, like, if you think about it, a lot of people that do have daughters are not like fully married either. So the thing is, like, you're not expecting to have a kid. So you're having sex.
I was married, Josh.
I know. But were you guys really, really trying to have a kid, or were you just fucking for fun?
Yeah. No, we were trying for like a year. That's why my sister brought the Mama Juana.
All right, well, listen to this theory, all right,
so,
bro?
Fuck your theory.
Hey. But listen, what I'm trying to say is when people let's say when people usually plan for a kid, they're really trying to have a kid. I feel like, and it's mostly like, even what I've seen in my family is like the people that were married had boys first. Because like you're so committed to having this kid, this motherfucker's in there for the work. Most of the time, niggas that are like not in an official relationship, you're pulling out or you're freaking out, so you tend to have a girl. A lot of my friends that, like even me, bro, I was not in a full committed relationship. I had a girl, and then my son, I did what my brother told me, like, and we were really trying to have a kid, and I had a son, and then my brother was the same thing. He told me, he's like, bro, when you go to fucking nut, just make sure it's like back there. You probably nutted on the pullout, bro. That's all it is. And it kind of makes sense.
What did this podcast turn into is what I want to know.
I know. I don't even know how we came to this baby conclusion.
Boys are short runners and girls are long runners.
No, this all started because of Mama Juana.
Front door.
Hey.
Drop it at the front door.
The fire department.
Leave the girl down the block.
Yeah, it's
Drop
true,
her ass off.
Yeah. But no, that came from because you was like the theory of Mama Juana. Does it really work?
Okay.
We got to test it. You got to test it, bro. You got to have a second kid. So when's the second kid coming?
I'm good. I think I'm chilling.
Yeah?
I'm good.
Yeah, I used to be like, oh, I want to have 5 kids and I want to do this and I want to. I had my daughter and I'm cool.
I think times were different back then, and I feel like 5 kids could have been practical back then, but now it's just like Bro, I just can't imagine having.
It was because free labor was practical. You wouldn't get fucking DCF showing up to your house because you had your 5-year-old picking corn all fucking night.
Bro, my daughter. So my daughter's school calls me, right? Her preschool calls me.
She keeps talking about corn in her fingers.
They call me. They're like, Mr. Chippy, your daughter, I think she put something up her nose.
Oh my God.
She's freaking out and I can't see it. So I'm like, Jesus Christ. So I drove to the school. I go in and she's like freaking out or whatever. So I'm like, let me look up your nose. So I shine my phone light up her nose and there's something like deep up her nose.
What is it?
And so I'm like, what did you put in her nose? And she's not answering me because she's like scared or whatever.
That's the worst.
I'm like, it's too deep for me to try to get out. So let me just take her to the hospital, right? So we go to the hospital. We're sitting there. Up. Bro, the fucking doctor comes in with this like big hook thing and like she goes up. It's a fucking rock. She put a rock up her nose.
Oh my God.
I get the hospital bill and I have insurance. But I still had to pay $600 for the girl to put a fucking rock in her nose, and the doctor pulled it out. The bill was like $2,800, and I had to pay $600 of it. But I'm like, bro, we are not having another kid because this shit right here
never had that.
Just cost me $600. It was like a fucking random Wednesday, and then all of a sudden I'm short $600 because she put a rock in her nose. So I'm like,
hey, I kind of no more blame the teacher, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, why were you not watching my kid? How you gonna let my kid put a rock in her nose?
Again, I'm hard on my kid, so I'm like, why the fuck did you put a rock in your nose? Like, don't do that again.
Oh, that's great, bro.
So I'm good with one. I'm good with one.
No, but it's like, it's funny too because like we were also like being Caribbean. Your parents are like always force you to have chores and do all that shit. It's like, bro, that mentality is so old school. It's like that's why they had a lot of kids, bro. It's like you have to take care of the whole fucking plantation, nigga. Like we don't live in those times. Like one's enough. No. Like we don't have a bunch of cows and chickens that we need help to pick up their shit and stuff.
Nah, I'm good with one.
I feel you. A lot of my friends that have one kid, I even had a homeboy that was like, he had a kid and he was like, as he like received his son, he was like, I'm getting a vasectomy, and he literally got it that week. I was like, God damn, do you talk to your girl about this? Like, this nigga's like, fuck it, we had it. He's like, he was in shock. He was like, oh shit, I can have him. And he's like, oh, let's cut it off. Cause I thought this shit didn't work. But nah, kids are dope, man. My kids are fucking hectic, but they're cool. I vibe with them.
I love my daughter. When they say like, I remember before I had my kid, my mom was like, oh yeah, she's gonna give you hell, and then I'm like, why would you say that?
I hate when they say that. She's like, you should like wish easy life.
They say the girl is twice as bad as the mom was when she was little.
Yeah.
So I think that's why.
But yo, my daughter, I was worried, but like she's literally like I'm her best friend.
Yeah,
like,
I've seen that.
She loves her mom. Like she knows her mom. Like she sings my songs.
Do you ever see her catch her like doing some shit that like that you're like, damn, that's definitely my kid? Yeah. Without like, she
came out the womb with an attitude. I'm like, why the fuck her eyebrows look like that? She literally came out the womb with her eyebrows scrunched. She has like this like
she be doing her hair and it like she be looking just like her, and I'm like, dog, that's your mini me.
I swear, like she's really cool.
Cause like my son, by the time I had my son, I was like kind of already chilling out. So I kind of gave away my street bike. I already gave away like my sports car. But my son, I swear to God, that motherfucker, like at 4 or 5 months, was already doing wheelies. And I was like, what?
Bro, his son is crazy. Like,
I was like, what? I did not teach you none of this shit.
Yeah.
Like, he would do wheelies. Like, he knew, like, his first word was, rum, rum.
No way.
And I was like, because I feel like in the stomach, he just heard my motorcycle in the Camaro all day. So it was
that's true, because they really,
they're alive.
Outside.
They're ready to go. So it's like, and another thing's like DNA. So like, you think about, let's say DNA runs every like 10, like will change every 10 years. So those 10 years, I was like on that life, like Chevys and bikes, stunts and like wildlife. And that shit was just embedded. And the fact is funny too, because like when he was born on that actual bike, one day I was just chilling doing like paperwork on the computer. He grabbed that bike and he held on for like a whole minute at like 2 months. And I was like, what the fuck? This baby can hold himself? And it was so funny because like I was talking to my brother and shit. It was like being a parent is like, yo, look what my kid can do. Nah. It's like 2 months and niggas just like, it's like, yo, bro, that's fucking crazy.
You're gonna have your hands fucking full when Kennedy's bigger, dog. Because he's brave, dog.
Even the other day, like he was, Kai tells me like, because the mom be taking him to the Everglades too, and he's like, Kennedy grabbed the gator's tail, and it's like, oh my god.
Oh, she wanna hold it. She wanna hold the alligator. Eventually, you gotta get that shit.
I'm gonna hold it.
No, you gotta put that shit on camera. I want to see that
shit. Take it easy. That's aggressive.
Put that shit on camera, on wax.
Do it.
But
like right now.
But no, like I also believe is like, so like at that time when I had Kai, I would never took like steroids or nothing, and then eventually I took some like steroids, but I did flush off of it. But then I had Kennedy, and this nigga is like, bro, this nigga be over here showing his abs off. Like, there's a point, like, bro, and I swear to God, this kid's, and I always forget that he's only 5 years old. To me, he's like a midget 10-year-old.
But my daughter's like that too.
But he's like, you'd be like, Kennedy, do some push-ups. That nigga, like, no hesitation. He's like, He's as swole as the fucking cat, bro.
Hey,
and
go finish.
And another thing that's funny is like after a while he kind of understands the concept of like how to flex his abs. And that boy would go like this, like just like be out here, yo, it's like crazy.
That is too cute.
But that's all DNA.
So Peachy, but even before what I'm doing right now, that I'm so into all this stuff. Like when I was in school, he'll tell you I was most athletic in my middle school yearbook. I was always in sports. Like people knew me to be athletic and always doing stuff like that. But Peach, her name is Peach. So the other day she's like, Mom, you want to see my muscles? And I'm like, yeah, let me see. And she goes like this. She's like, big Peachy, not the little one. And I didn't teach her, I guess. Like she just be hearing
She got her own personality.
And she's like, you want to see my muscles? Big Peachy, not the little one. Like it's crazy, man.
Nah, it's crazy because like that type of shit you don't teach them. That's just literally wired in their
they're little like little humans that have their own
and it's
personality.
Crazy because like you can see other people with their kids and it'll never hit you until you have your own kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
And it's like there was someone I think that even said in their podcast, like, yo, anyone that says that they understand like having a kid and don't have a kid, they fucking have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
Like it's fucking different once you finally
it is. And it gets your whole life changes, like your priorities, like your mentality.
But another thing is that you don't spend time with someone else's kid all fucking day. You watch this shit from ground zero.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And the thing is, like, you honestly, too, like, having a kid just teaches you about humans. Like, how the human brain works and how they absorb shit and how just, like, again, like we were just saying, we don't teach them this shit. Some shit, we made it part of their instinct now. You know what I mean? So it's fucking dope. Like, it's fucking...
You don't even notice you're doing dumb shit or something wrong until you have a kid. And it's like, oh, I don't want her to see that. And then it's like, you start changing the way you act just because... You might not even realize that you're changing yourself, but you just don't want her to see the dumb shit. So like you act a different way, how you think you should act in front of her or him. And it like, I feel like maturity, like that's like, I don't think you realize when you start becoming mature, but you just start changing on your own. And I think kids are like a quick way to do that shit.
Hell yeah. You don't know all them superpowers you have.
It's funny because my son, like, he knows when we're about to do something like extreme sports shit, that nigga changes to like an extreme sport athlete. Like the other day we were chilling, we're going to skate park. I'm recording the scene and out of nowhere Kennedy notices that I'm like making a video. He comes in the camera, is like, and like walks off with the skateboard. I was like, bro, and then like takes off his shirt. I was like, bro, chill the fuck out, bro. Like you're too much. And then the thing is like, I honestly need to take, like, I've been trying to like teach him that, like, bro, you're 5, your sister's 10. You guys got different like rights in life, you know? Like she's allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do this. So it's like I gotta take away like that YouTube like reels and all that shit, because like, bro, this motherfucker's just learning too much shit in TikTok, and this nigga's half white and he's just out of pocket, especially with especially with his grandparents. Sometimes be cursing them out. I was like, bro, chill the fuck out.
I try not to let my daughter like be on the phone and too much TV like that,
because the thing is that you can put them on the kid programs, but they're so smart, they just fucking reel off.
It's switch it off. So I just try not to give her the phone. Like I'm trying to always keep us doing something. Like let's go here, let's go there, let's do some sports, let's go to the pool.
I've been trying to teach, and I've just said is like, these kids think we gotta fucking do something every day, and we really don't. Like that's the only reason I even brought that up, because like back in the days, like bro, we were literally sitting in the house every fucking day and chill with each other. Like
Or go outside, ride your bike.
I'm so bored. I'm so bored.
Bro, I can't tell you. We used to live in front of a golf course, right? And we used to just go across the street and climb trees. And I don't see no kids up in trees now. And it's like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? It's illegal. Bro,
half the parks, I think they even say sign, don't climb the trees.
We used to climb up to the tree and tie ropes and jump swing off of them. On the golf course, there was like this little bathroom in the middle of the golf course, and we would climb up on the roof. And that was like our little, not a tree house.
But I think this we lived in times where parents were not fucking lassoing everyone.
And like they weren't, I mean, I don't know if they were scared that I would hurt myself, but nowadays it's like, oh, no, don't do that. But it's like, bro, I was jumping like 12, I was probably like what, 12, 13. And I was jumping like how tall, I don't know how tall the roof is of a bathroom, but let's say 12, 13 feet up.
Yeah.
And I was jumping and swinging. And then I would just drop back on the floor, climb back up.
I hope my kids don't. I mean,
life's different now. Though.
I don't want my kids to be as crazy as I was because I was pushing it too much.
Yeah, well, we already talked about
I just want them to be like still push the envelope, but be smart as fuck. I never, knock on wood, I've never really broken a bone. I fractured like an ankle, like graffitiing, like falling off a billboard type shit. But
a fracture is a break.
It is.
It's worse.
And when it gets to a tendon,
I've never actually broken a bone. I fractured an ankle.
Actually, it was like I grinded it a little bit. But like, nah, man. Like, I hope not. I mean, Kennedy's on his way. He might be like the next Chico. What's his name? Steve Irwin / Jackass / Travis Barker.
That's fire. I used to love watching Steve Irwin.
Oh, he's a shit. He's an inspiration, man.
We just went to where did we go? We were in Jesus Christ.
Busch Gardens?
No.
Magic Kingdom?
No.
Not Magic
Something
Kingdom.
with
They
animals?
have a thing where you can pet stingrays.
Oh, SeaWorld.
Yes, in Tampa. So we just went to SeaWorld in Tampa and we were petting the stingrays.
Did you feel bad while you were there?
Oh,
as an adult?
So you could touch jellyfish.
I do when I go.
Because look, I used to love SeaWorld, and then ever since this whole stigma against like whales and all that shit, is like I went to SeaWorld again with my kids just like last year, and the whole time I was like, I can't believe I'm
so fucked up.
Yo, the whole time.
It is.
Because it's one thing for the zoo. The zoo, I feel alright.
You could see like behind the scenes shit where it's like they're
bro.
really
You gotta
not
understand
happy.
a lot. Bro.
Yeah, you can see their personality or like the way they move. They're having anxiety.
Yeah, they swim in a fucking circle, and
Yeah.
in the ocean they swim thousands of miles.
There's a shark.
endless.
There's a shark in West Palm Beach, a great white shark. That motherfucker in a month went to Europe and Africa 3 times.
What?
Crazy.
They tracked it?
You can track it.
Yeah.
That's wild.
There's a website. You literally type in like great white sharks in Florida, and we have 4 sharks that are native here. But these motherfuckers, and they got beacons and all that shit. Bro, this shark went to Europe and Africa 3 times this month.
Wow.
And you keeping these whales in a fucking tank.
That boy living. That's how I'm trying to be.
He's like, I done seen some shit.
You know? He's like, I'm outside. I don't know about y'all, but I'm outside for real.
I'm going to Europe tomorrow. Yeah.
He has 2 families. He has a European family, and he has an African wife too, bro.
He told them he's leaving for work.
You know what, Sandra? I'm tired. I'm going for a fucking swim. Niggas out here.
Yo,
Mulan and fucking Paris and all that shit. Just
stupid.
He has really great white sharks out there. You know, his African sharks are mixed.
But that shows you that like it's fucked up their situation because like the orcas. Like their tank is just a glass blue.
And the thing is, like, people have a misconception that orcas just live in the cold. Orcas live in like Brazil. They do live in Florida. You can find them in the Keys sometimes. It's not just a new thing.
Wow,
they travel the whole fucking world. You know what I mean? So it's just crazy that we thought that shit was cool at one point. As a kid,
right? You were like, oh,
like let's go see fucking Shamu. Yo, you know Shamu was like the number 1 sensation back in the day.
Yeah.
And it's like now it's like I went there as an adult. I was like, bro, this is fucked up.
And then it's like every once in a while the orca will pull the person down and kill them, and then everybody's like, the whale just killed the guy, and it's like, bro, put the whale back in the ocean then. Like you're so fucking.
But then what's the survival rate if they put them back out? You know, if they've been in captivity.
Right.
But the thing is, like, so look, when it comes, because obviously as you can see, I'm into animals. My thing about when it comes to like killer whales and dolphins, there's no prey. No predator for them.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? So the whole thing is like, Yeah, they get fed fucking like hand food, but I'm still sure that like they still know how to chase.
Figure it out.
Yeah, it's just like, would they be accepted to a pod or some shit?
Right.
Like, you know
right. Right.
But like, for instance, like other animals, like you can't let a fucking cheetah go back into the fucking wild.
Right.
There's other animals that actually eat cheetahs. You know what I mean? Even a lion. Like a lion. That's another thing as like me as a hunter, I never even knew. And a lot of like, there's one thing about poaching hunting, but a guy that killed a lion, that nigga paid 50 stacks to kill that lion. And another thing about that guy that killed that lion, he killed the lion that's out of pride. And that's what their herds are called. So like
the outcast.
Yes, so the lions have officially outcast. That's the OG. Fuck that motherfucker. Kill his ass. So that they die, bro. Because the thing is like the girls literally hunt all their food. So they literally die out. So you can't just put a lion out. But I feel like a whale and shit is like, bro, they can fucking still survive alone.
Right.
But
I went to a zoo in China. I was in Shanghai for like 10 months and I went to the zoo out there, and that one really, really, really affected me in a lot of ways, to the point that I wanted to like do some type of change.org, something. Yo, the bears in there were like walking in circles. They were just peeing, walking in a little circle. It was really depressing. I was like, this is fucked up. The anteaters, they had these anteaters in these concrete rooms, no grass, no nothing, just a concrete room.
See, that's why I never felt like
clear glass, and they're just walking back and forth, and you could tell they're all depressed. I'm like, this is fucked up, man. Like, I don't know. I can see like.
So one thing that I do fuck like with like the Miami Zoo, I fuck with them because like, sure, it's kind of fucked up to have these animals, and some of these animals do roam, and I even have a macaw. Like I feel bad sometimes for my macaw because a wild macaw will still fly like 2,000 miles in a day, like back and forth, and they fly in fucking big packs. But like, the thing is like, Miami, like you said, that facility in China, it was like they just lift her up. Yeah, but like over here, they really try to make like
a home,
imitate imitate the fucking ecosystem. It's not a big range, but they'd like to kind of imitate it. And another thing is like a lot of people don't know, a lot of these zoos, their animals are from like, bro, some random drug dealer that bought a bunch of animals and they just took them in, or rehabilitations. You know what I mean? And then they can't put it back out. Right. So it's like the zoos, I appreciate them a little bit, but those fucking seaquariums, I don't think I can.
Yeah, those whales and stuff like, that shit.
I can't do that shit no more. Like it just felt weird, even for the roller coaster. But either way, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and like give your little, closer, because I feel like we just keep getting into other crazier conversations.
Maybe I'm high off contact because I'm just going on and on and on. Yeah, the whales. And I was tripping with the parenting part because we're all talking about. I was like, oh God, we've turned into real parents. We're like, yeah, my son. And it's true.
He's a family man.
I'm a family man.
As a parent, though, like you can really go on and on. Like, the love is so strong. But yeah, man, thanks for having me. Again, my name is Jasmine David. We've got a song out. Special.
Why don't you perform it? You can perform it.
I mean, you looking at me. I don't sing on it.
Oh shit. Well, we need chaos. We need chaos.
Hey, chaos again.
We need chaos too.
Because where you at?
I think he's got 2 verses on it.
One.
I'm just on the hook, and I'm like a feature on it. But I also have a song out right now.
You got a little verse.
I got a hook in the hook in the feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the hook in the feature. I have another song that just came out. It's on Bruce Willis's last movie. Bruce Willis, he's got dementia. This was the last movie he came out with. It's called Assassins. That song is called Make Noise. I just came out with
a song of you, if you want.
Whatever you... Shit.
That's what you want to do.
All right.
It's up to you.
All right. I guess we could do Make Noise.
Hell yeah.
There you go.
Okay. But besides that, also shout out the nonprofit you got, because that shit's dope.
So my nonprofit, Always Sisters, Always Friends. You can go check it out online. AlwaysSistersAlwaysFriends.com. It is a domestic violence nonprofit, gearing towards helping out women, children, anybody in need. I just dropped a rap tea. It's called Jasmine Rap Tea. It's, very healthy. It's got hemp. It's got ginger. It's got the jasmine flower in it. And, yeah, man, just, stay tuned. I'm about to just keep dropping and keep it coming.
Acting, teas, CBD, rolling paper.
Hey, they don't stop. Remember we used to have the Kaya teas at the bar?
No, fuck all that. So he had the bar, Waves Over Beaches, and he had chicken wings with wabi sauce. And that is the most fire barbecue sauce you'll ever have in your life. And I keep telling him he needs to bottle that shit up and sell it. Because those barbecue wings,
like, it was dope. It was like it was almost like communism in my place. I was like, the only wings I made was wabi wings.
Do you have buffalo wings?
No,
wabi wings. That's it.
It's like that episode.
What's wabi?
It's like just this sauce that's just fire.
Why the fuck have
I wabi?
Is that your signature sauce, wabi?
Bro, you got
so the thing is like my business is called Waves Over Beaches.
Oh,
like
okay.
So Wob, and that was before World of Beer, and then just to be catchy, we called it Wabi. But no, it was a fire ass sauce. Like, and it's funny because every time I even served the chicken wings, it reminded me of Seinfeld, the soup Nazi.
Soup Nazi.
No soup for you. It's like, bro, we only had wabi wings. No, and I wouldn't even. You're like, can I have it dry? No, wabi wings,
bro.
That's it. But it was good.
That shit
was like a teriyaki.
I feel like I gotta try it now.
This bar closed years ago, and I'm still like, I still talk about the wabi wings because those shits were.
After a while, it was so good. I would make. I would make a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, it was a big ass bucket,
and I would actually wouldn't let anyone try until like it sat for 2 or 3 days because like all the herbs and all the spices would fucking. Dude, I would actually go to like the Kitchen Depot, buy all the herbs and like just. Looking like a witch over this shit.
Fucking cauldron brewing that shit up. Nah, that shit was fire.
But Chippy, go ahead and let people know where to find you. What shit you got going on real quick.
I mean, I'm really not big on social media. Instagram, word of mouth, just, DJ Chippy 305.
That boy.
Yeah, I play music, I make music, I do whatever I feel like doing at that time.
Such a humble man.
I mean, bro, you just live life, man. I ain't
doing much, but I do a lot. You feel me?
So the newest thing I'm currently working on is a track with Busta Free. I'm still currently mixing it down, trying to make that shit sound right, but it's a possibility that's the next thing I come out with. I don't know, so we'll see.
Hell yeah.
And then. Yeah, aside from that, the special Jasmine David Grind Mode Chaos. I still say we need to do a video to that shit. It came out like a year or two ago, but I feel like I was kind of going through something at that time when that project dropped, like not just that song, but the whole project. I was going through a lot of shit behind the scenes, personal life. So I kind of put a back page on that whole project. But I feel like that song specifically, I feel like that's a dope ass song, and I think
it's vibey.
That shit need to be resurrected, and we need to do a video of that shit.
When you put the post on it, somebody was commenting on it like, "Yo, I really like the melodies on this. Like, y'all should promote it more." And I'm like, man, it's just timeless. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So knock a video out.
It takes me back to like Ja Rule and Ashanti, like just that collaboration of like the singing and the beat and the rapping, and it's just like not really like nothing you hearing right now. You feel me? Like it's just not to say it's better than anything else, but it's just a different vibe. And like I think everybody that heard it fucked with it, but Again, at that time, I was kind of just like in my own head or whatever, going through some shit. So I think I'm going to bring that shit out the archives. And yeah. So,
well, I appreciate you guys coming through. I feel like this might be the longest podcast we have and very in depth.
Bro, I've been here for like 3 hours, I swear to God.
Very well-rounded conversation. I feel like you can almost like evaluate the people we are.
Parenting, zoos, orcas, herbs, like all type of shit.
When we all combine, we are Captain Planet.
Climb trees. We talk to ourselves. We hang out with people and don't talk.
The funny thing is like, it sounds like we all came from like a real gritty struggle and we're all at peace now. Like, we're old 3 OGs over here.
That's the story of fucking
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, that's the story of South Florida.
Juice the fucking orange juice.
You fucking go through years of shit and then you grow up.
And then you just sit down and and then you become a family man like Chippy.
Yeah. Hey.
But anyways, guys, this is make sure to watch the end of the episode. We're being blessed with the performance. And hey, this is Talk About with Lust. I almost forgot where the fuck we were at. And I'm your host, Lust. And we out. Woo! Guys, that was actually
Hood Rich shot that shit. He was cheap. have no time for waiting. I just bought a rollie, don't have patience. They don't even know me, why they hating on me? Is it cause I pull up in the air? You see all these VVs, I'm on TV watching stare. I came from the bottom and you watch me climb the stairs. Keep my circle small so I can't fit in none of these squares. I can't do no middleman, can't do no scrub. I can't give no TLC, I can't show no love. Every time I try they always break my heart. I let them try to pull, but we don't go that far. It's about me, yeah, yeah, it's about me. 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 I had a vibe and give me a back. It's about me. Hit the mall, get shit I ain't had. It's about me. Shouty mad, I'm fucking a man, but he want me. Try to impress me with your bands, they know I got 3. You gotta fake it with your friends, they know I be me. I just say whatever I want, they think I be me. I keep leaving you on red, cause you not my type. They think that I'm fucking a plug, but I want his wife. Broken heart, I swear I've been damaged and I know my scars. Try my best to manage, I just play my part. Ratchet bitch on E, I'ma stay down, stay street. It ain't about you, it's about me, yeah. It's about me, yeah, yeah, it's about me. It's about me, yeah, yeah, it's about me. It's about me, yeah, yeah, it's about me. It's about me, yeah, yeah, it's about me.